move on to the Western Conference, and we can talk about a team that has, I believe, surpassed everyone's expectations just going into the season, and that will be the Sacramento Kings. They've been, this year's NBA's Cinderella team. This has been the first year they have reached 40 wins since 2006, and I feel I've been hearing a lot of people saying that Mike Brown is definitely a Coach of the Year candidate. So, Jalen, I'm just going to ask you, what is the ceiling for the Sacramento Kings going into the playoffs?
I think their ceiling is probably the second round. I don't believe that they'll get past the second round, but I feel like the highest that they can achieve is possibly the second round. Um, for me personally, um, this team hasn't really had too much playoff experience, and definitely has playoff experience being a coach of Cavaliers, being on the Warriors staff as well. He won a chip last year as well, so I feel like he definitely has experience to coach him through. And as far as like rotation wise and game planning wise, Sabonis also has been there as well. And I feel like he plays a different role on this team. Um, I just feel like on a 7 game series when a team is game planning for you, um, I feel like it go one or two ways. That they could either like I said, like they've been doing all seasons, kind of defeat the expectations and kind of surprise a lot of people, or just kind of do as we expected, like kind of have them fall in like the first round. Specifically, I just don't know who you give the ball to when you like in the fourth quarter when you need a bucket. You could give the ball to De'Aaron Fox, but knowing how the court is gonna be like, especially in the playoffs, the court kind of shrinks and it's kind of like a half court setting, so there's not a lot of room to operate. So you definitely need someone who could just create their shot off the dribble, which De'Aaron Fox can do. Can he? It's just a matter of seeing him do it in the playoffs as well. And also, I feel like they're not going to be having those opportunities to just run and gun a lot because playoffs is not like a fast paced type of game. So it's going to be an adjustment for them. Um, yeah, it's just a matter of seeing how it plays out for them. But I feel like the highest that they can achieve, like their ceiling, could be just second round to me.
Okay, so Jalen thinks the ceiling is the semifinals. Seb, do you agree or disagree with that?
I'd have to disagree. I said they're between a first round exit team or just a conference finals team. Because like when you look at it, this team is just like not even just the defense, just the offense, the way it holds up. Like you could get like a varies of like, and it could be anybody's night. We've seen it numerous times. We've seen De'Aaron Fox go off crazy. We've seen Sabonis go off crazy. Malik Monk, Kevin Herter could be some nights. The team could kill you in any like type of way. I feel like Mike Brown, just the veteran experience he has, just the championship pedigree that he brings within his team. I feel like he's gonna have a good game plan for this team. I feel like this team is not to be taken lightly within the playoffs. The only thing that is holding back is experience. But then again, we've seen it like time and time again. Like there's always that one team that comes up and that can make a run, that has the potential to make a run. Is it the Kings? There has a lot going on for them. They haven't been in the playoffs since like 2004, I believe. So yeah, 2004, 2005. So I feel like it's gonna mean a lot more to them. They're gonna play even harder. For like Sacramento itself, the home crowd is going to be crazy, and them being the third seed already and having that home court advantage in the first round, I feel like it's just going to make them want to play even more. But I just feel like it comes down to matchups as well, who they get. But I just want to know, like, I just want to see for myself too. I'm very excited for the Kings though. Shout out to them though. But for me, I would have to say it's either first round exit or conference finals.
Right. Just the point you just alluded to, Seb. I think it really comes down to a matchup, because me and Jalen was just talking off camera. If the Sacramento Kings just finish as the second seed, and let's just say a team like the Lakers or a team like Golden State finishes as the seventh seed, I feel even though Sacramento has had a better regular season, I feel those two teams would be favored because they've just been through. They just been through it before. They have players on that team, on those teams, who just they know how to win in a playoff format of basketball. So I just think the Kings, yes, like I said, they've been the Cinderella team this year, and they've had a great regular season, but it's just a different animal in the playoffs. Like Jalen said, the game definitely slows down, so they're not going to get a lot of those easy baskets in transition. Um, you also said that who are they going to be able to give the ball to, like in clutch situations? If we are just going off the regular season, you would just have to say De'Aaron Fox, who's just the leader in clutch points. So it would just have to be him. But we all know palms definitely just get sweaty in the playoffs. It just matters a lot more. So they got a lot of young people on that roster. I don't really see them making the Western Conference Finals. I think a lot of things would have to go right, and they would just have to prove it to us because like we said, they haven't really had any type of playoff success since the early 2000s. So they just have to prove it to everybody. They're a young team. I think Mike Brown is the coach of the year, and a lot of those things he learned from Steve Kerr just being on that Golden State bench, he's definitely implemented on this team, and I think that's going to show in the playoffs. But ceiling to me, semifinals. But this is a team that can lose in the first round if they just get the wrong matchup. So shout out to the Sacramento Kings. I would like to see what they do in this year's playoffs and what they can build off of from this 4 years in the future.